This billionaire CEO always loves eating boxed meals, particularly the 2 yuan combo, as it was his favorite during tough times. Unbeknownst to him, this moment was coincidentally spotted by his ex-girlfriend. Seeing the man still looking down and out, the mother-in-law couldn't help but muse. Thank goodness she broke them up and set her sights on the wealthy man before her. Afterward, to flaunt her own status, she deliberately sought out Jack to belittle his impoverished state. But Jack didn't get angry. Then, the man invited Jack to a meal, in truth, hoping to see Jack embarrass himself. Little did he know, Jack was no longer struggling. In fact, this very restaurant was his property. Not long before, the president of an auto trading company, impressed by Jack's talent, proactively collaborated with him, inviting him to be the manager. And Jack didn't disappoint, managing everything with great success. And so, Jack arrived at the restaurant with his 2 yuan boxed meal. Looking at the shabby meal, the mother-in-law was full of disdain. Jack explained, even though it's cheap, one shouldn't waste food. However, the mother-in-law still wore a contemptuous expression. When Jack initiated conversation, she didn't respond, but instead picked up a chicken drumstick and gave it to the man across from her, purposely ignoring Jack. Then, raising her wine glass, she toasted to her daughter's upcoming marriage to the man. To ease the awkwardness, Jack likewise offered congratulations. Seeing Jack remain unruffled, the mother-in-law grew somewhat angry. She sneered and said, "It's fortunate she didn't marry her daughter to you. Otherwise, she'd surely have suffered." At that moment, Jack wanted to reveal his true identity, to make them shut up. However, he wanted even more to see his ex-girlfriend's reaction, hoping she would stand up for him. Unexpectedly, she made up an excuse and stood up to leave. Right at that moment, Jack decided to conceal no more and laid all his cards on the table, revealing his identity to deliver their comeuppance.